Hey everybody, it's Eric with Mind Melt Podcast. And today we just talked about a bunch of just random stuff. I really kind of like doing that, so that's probably how it's going to be in the future. Sorry for the poor audio quality on this part of the podcast. I recorded on my laptop, but the actual episode of the podcast is normal microphone, all that bullshit. So I hope that you enjoy this podcast. We just talked a little bit about we talked about universal basic income. We talked about some health stuff. We talked about snowboarding. We just talked about random stuff. But it's always fun to update, and we are excited. We're gonna have some guests coming up, so stay tuned for that. We'll tell you who and when and how and all that soon enough. If you would like to follow us on Instagram or Twitter, that'd be really cool. It's at MindMelt Podcast, and I appreciate all of the recent followers and all the love on there. I also appreciate the emails and stuff. So just keep on keeping on. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you next week. All right, later.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Eric with Mind Melt Podcast.
And Kendra.
And we are here.
We are here.
So, what's up? What's been going on this week, honey?
I just ate liver.
Wow, you're going to jump right into that, huh?
I'm still barfing it up a little bit.
Oh my God, you're such a whiner.
Not think about it right now.
Okay, first of all, just so everybody knows, liver's the shit. Liver is super good for you. It has more B12 in it than it's like literally 100 times the amount of B12 as a normal piece of muscle meat. Literally 100 times.
Yeah.
So,
and it tastes like a rubbery butthole.
It does not. It doesn't. Okay, I mean it does, but
dude, I just fucking ate it with a smile on my face.
Yeah. I'm
just saying, it's disgusting.
I actually enjoyed it.
I'm like, literally did that.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think that
you like butthole.
No, I don't like butthole.
You do.
I do not. That's not true. And
butthole.
So if you're someone that is looking to upgrade your health and you want to ingest liver like once, basically the reason why liver is so great is because a lot of people think that liver is the thing that it filters out the toxins.
It does.
Right. But it filters them out and the toxins are stored in the fat.
A lot of people think the liver holds the toxins.
Yeah, it holds the toxins. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that because it filters the toxins, it holds the toxins. But what actually happens is a lot of the toxins are stored inside the fat of the animal. Not that fat's not good for you, but liver is where most of the nutrients are actually stored in. So it holds on to those nutrients, and that's why when like ketone bodies are discovered, they're discovered in the liver. Like nutrients are discovered in the liver. So
yeah,
with
the liver produces ketones.
Yeah,
it's amazing and it's so good for you. And we just ate it raw though. Like we ate it raw.
Well, and just so that doesn't sound too fucking freaky, we froze it first because you don't want to get parasites or bugs. Not bugs.
Oh my God.
What's the bacteria? You don't want any
like
of that
salmonella shit.
Yeah, salmonella or
I'm like
parasites
freaked out
or whatever.
I don't even eat raw fish. It grosses me out so bad.
Yeah, raw fish grosses me out too.
But
it
like
really
a lot
does.
of people eat raw fish though.
Yeah.
Like no one eats raw chicken. Well, I guess
That's
people in
so
Asia do
different.
now.
That's so
it's like
different.
a new trend that they are. Yeah,
Really?
did you know that? Yeah, it's so gross.
What? That's
just like
so
I mean,
weird.
whatever's been shared on Facebook lately. But anyways,
that's weird as fuck.
Yeah,
okay. But
gross.
the thing with liver is like you only eat 1 ounce every 2 days, so it's such a small amount. And when you eat it raw, you freeze it for at least 36 hours so it kills all of the bacteria and whatever. And then you just mince it up really, really fine and then throw it in a cup with some lemon juice and just chase it with water. And it's like taking a shot, basically. A shot of a longer life, because the amount of nutrients that liver has in it, it's like insane. I mean,
it's the most nutrient dense thing
it is
there is.
the
Yeah,
most nutrient dense food
yeah.
there
I think
is. Yeah.
our culture, we just don't eat a lot of organ meats.
Which
we
is
throw
silly
them
because
away. We throw them to the dogs.
Yeah, like when we were at the farmer's market and I asked the guy if he had any liver, he was like, "Oh yeah, you can just have it because we just throw them out."
Yeah, they don't actually use them or sell them or have any sort of market for it.
Which is great for us because we can buy them for
It's
nothing.
changing though. It's going to be hot here soon. It's like
I
the
don't
new.
know. I don't
really,
think so.
I really think so.
Really?
It's coming back. Oh, liver's coming back so hot.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed it?
Yeah, I've
trending at work?
noticed it. Trending at work. Yep,
Really?
definitely. Trending at Instagram, on Instagram, Facebook.
On Instagram?
On social media. Absolutely.
No way.
Dude, I swear to God.
Oh, that's weird. I haven't noticed it at all. But
I follow a lot of health accounts.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of them are from places like LA and, places who have a bigger influence, I guess.
Right.
But are also just really knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You just wait and see. I'm telling you.
I think that it
should.
I think it should too. And I think that as people start to get more into the keto paleo thing, it'll grow. But I mean, it's like realistically, just because you follow those accounts doesn't mean that that's how the rest of the world is. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like with music.
Know.
You know, like with music when we're like oh my gosh, like
echo chambering a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like it's really easy to be like, oh, that's trending right now, but it's only because I follow like, healthy people. And then when you look at the rest of culture, like, I mean, even people that I know personally that are concerned with their health and try to eat healthy would they're not even interested in this. Like,
right. But I also work at a natural food store where I work in the supplements department, and I talk to people all day about nutrition. Not that I'm like a dietitian or nutrition or anything like that, but we just
But do they say, oh yeah, I'm buying liver?
We talk about liver a lot because when I bring up my husband has Crohn's, they're like, oh, because they come in for maybe they have IBS or they have leaky gut or candida or like whatever, or or they have arthritis and they're asking about the CBD, and I tell them why you use CBD.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? Yeah, they like ask me your routine and your regimen and some of the things you eat, and I'll bring up liver a lot.
So do they say that they've been eating it or that they're going to be eating it?
Yeah, like they're open to it, and or maybe they've like known that it's good for you and maybe want to try it.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's at the brink of it.
I hope so. I really do, because I think that for one, I mean the funny and unfortunate part of liver and organ meats taking off is that it's not as like because muscle meat really isn't that nutritious.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know, it'd be interesting if it took off and then all of a sudden there was this huge demand for just the organ meats and not a big demand for the muscle meats.
That would be weird.
But maybe that might be a good thing, because
I mean, it would
maybe
cause
they could
problems in other areas, like vice versa. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it would ever be that big though. Like the main.
Yeah, no, I don't either. Because you see like McDonald's having a liver burger or something, the big live.
It still doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
So like, there's that.
Well.
However, I feel like there's going to be...
no, but I think that it's just like anything else. Like, remember when we first started eating sardines? Like, I hated them when we first started eating them.
Yeah.
Now I love them and I crave them all the time because my fucking body knows how important they are,
And dude, it's weird. When I eat it, when I have sardines, or like just now I had mackerel, I feel a boost in energy. I feel like it's what you should feel like when you take vitamins. Like you just feel really good and satiated and
I think that
on a
also could be the
cellular
liver.
level.
That could be the liver too. Like I was reading.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah, I was reading online
I
that
feel
like
really good when I eat liver.
Yeah, I was reading
You're
online that
raw liver and sardines.
Yeah, I was reading on mackerel.
Mackerel, sorry.
Yeah, but I was reading online that when you eat liver, you get a huge energy boost because
Damn.
of how much vitamins there are in it.
And how often do I have to eat this in order for it to actually?
1 ounce every 2 days.
Every 2 days?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, that's nothing.
Whatever. I just ate 0.7 ounces.
That's 3 ounces a week.
So I could smush it all into one day. 3 ounces a week.
No, don't do that.
You shouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
For one, you're not going to want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, think about it.
And it would be the most hated day of the week.
Exactly. So you better do it on Monday. That's what Mondays are typically my leg day because I want to typically, I mean, this week they're not going to be because Sunday was because we were supposed to do them together. But
yeah, I bitch out a lot when it comes to leg day.
Yeah, well, most people do, but
you know what? Usually girls don't. It's like known that girls only do legs and they don't do upper body.
well, really? That's
yeah.
weird. That's that.
I mean, not if they're like a serious person who like cares about health and like overall fitness, but
yeah.
like kind of people who half-ass it like me.
Yeah, I
Like I go for the easy shit.
normally, like, what I try to do on Mondays is I try to get up at 3:45 and then go be at the gym by 4:45, so that way I can work out from 4:45 until 6, because that gives me enough time to do like a half an hour cardio and then 45-minute workout.
I feel like that's
And
not enough sleep.
it would be if I went to sleep early.
Are you?
Not tonight.
Then I think you should. I think sleep comes first.
Yeah. I know
I
you
think
do.
that's too early.
I know you
I think that's
that.
too early, dude.
I know it is
I
too
think
early.
you need to like work on that.
It is, but I love it though. Like I really love getting up early and going to the gym.
Well, then you need to go to bed early.
No, but I also like doing shit like that. I feel more I need to take advantage of this time in my life because I feel more motivated right now than I've ever felt in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And like that might not last forever. You know what I mean? Like to feel this motivated. So I feel like I'm just trying to get.
Really? You don't think so? That's a weird way to look at it.
I don't know.
I mean, it's cool.
Dude,
I'm not hating.
Like
I'm
in the
just
past,
saying.
I've been motivated and
Yeah.
then gone through slumps like with health and stuff like that. So
Well, yeah.
as long as I
but-
stick doing what I'm doing, which is why I'm trying to get it now. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's just about
Do you
habits.
feel like it's balanced though? Because if something is balanced for me,
It's
I'm
super
speaking.
balanced.
All right.
Yeah, it's super balanced. It's just like
Speaking for myself though, like sometimes letting myself sleep in every once in a while and having a more realistic like routine.
But your version of balanced and my version of balanced are so vastly different.
God, that's so fucking true.
It's like for me, I feel like the routine,
You thrive on it.
yeah, I thrive on that routine, and I feel like that
bitchy.
yeah, doing something consistently though gets you into this like primal fucking like just accomplishing,
Go mode.
yeah, and so for me, if I get up, like last week I got up every single day and went to the gym. There wasn't one day I missed going to the gym. So and it wasn't that I did workouts every day. It was like I either did cardio or workouts every day. So
Well, that's good.
So
Take a
like
break from
at
least
2
that.
days. 2 days last week I only did cardio, and then the other 5 days I did cardio and workouts. And
One of the days you worked out, you did it twice though, which I'm.
the cardio twice.
I don't know,
Oh no,
whatever.
I did more than that. I did it 3 days. I did cardio twice. Like
Us-
I did it in the morning and at night.
in one day, twice in one day.
Yeah.
That's too much.
No, it's not, dude. Like if I feel it, like if I feel like doing it, then that's not too much. I'm not overtraining. I'm not hurting,
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just jealous.
Maybe you're just a wuss.
No, I think I'm just jealous
Why?
because you have motivation.
So you're just a wuss.
Yeah.
Because you're not being disciplined or what? You can do it, dude. You can do it.
Okay, but I could call you things,
Yeah, totally.
but I don't.
I'm not saying that you're undisciplined. I'm asking you if that's what you feel like.
No, I think I'm just jealous that you're like that.
Like what?
Disciplined.
Oh, okay. So you are saying you're undisciplined. Is that what you're saying?
Fuck.
Is that... I'm just curious. Like, I don't know, man.
Okay, yes. I know I'm undisciplined.
Okay.
I know I know that.
Yeah, like I
don't necessarily think it's a bad thing though.
No,
Like
it's not.
I think my view on it is different because I find the importance in resting and being
Yeah, me too.
where you don't set your alarm and you take a day to just not look at your phone until like,
Yeah, I definitely
to.
I don't like I can't do
I need
that.
to check out.
I feel like if there's a morning where I'm just laying there like until
No, not
8.
laying there.
I know, I'm just saying like until 8 I'm not like doing something. I feel like I'm ready to pull my hair out. But that's how I've always been though. That's how I've always been. I've always been like that. Even when I wasn't doing shit.
But
I've been like
when I'm
that.
saying rest though, like I'm still getting up. Maybe I'll do dishes. Maybe I'll turn on music. I dance. I just like try not to schedule and write down a fucking goal list.
Yeah.
Because I have to. Otherwise, I don't get shit done.
Yeah.
Most days,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool. I'm really happy and proud of you.
Yeah, me too.
I'm proud.
Like I'm proud of you
it.
too. I think that we're doing what we can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard. Like, dude, today when I was at the gym, it's really cool because those fucking, what are they called? The things that are like running but biking. Elliptical. I always forget. But the elliptical has like a TV on it, and I put on snowboarding videos. Like I put on.
Adrenaline sports.
Yeah, like I put exactly.
Ooh,
so I put
good
on.
idea.
I put on because there's an app on there for YouTube. So I just went to YouTube and put on like snowboarding freestyle.
Something that kind of excites you.
Well, and the thing is, I've always loved watching snowboard videos in the background of doing stuff because like I love snowboarding.
Me too.
But it's just so meditative. Like the guys are just fucking doing really extreme shit, but it's like in slow motion because they're so high up and it's just like rotations
beautiful.
and just this, and it's just really beautiful. So anyways, I put on snowboarding videos, like I put on a Burton back fucking whatever backcountry freestyle, and I put that on and I set my alarm for a 20-minute cardio session, and the 20 minutes came like so quick.
What
and
level
then
were you on?
15.
Damn.
And so the 20 minutes, and I was fucking sweating, dude. Like I was sweating so hard.
I only ever like the highest I've ever gone on that is 12.
Oh really? Yeah. So I was sweating so hard, and then the 20 minutes came before I even knew it, and I was like, fuck this, I'm not ready to stop because I wanted to keep watching the snowboard video. So I just
you and
kept
me are
that.
very
So
similar when it
I
comes
shut
to
that off.
Yeah,
I shut the alarm off, and then I just kept on going and so I went for 45 minutes because seriously. And then I did my leg workout, but then I ran out of time. I had to get back to the shop.
Yeah.
But it was like, what were you gonna say though?
That you and I are really similar. Like, we need to get back into snowboarding.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. That's
Me too.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Secondly, we don't watch sports, and we don't really we don't
Like
watch
football?
TV. Just the whole one. We don't really watch anything. But when it comes like, I remember last winter for the Olympics, like we were all about snowboarding. We're like at the gym. Remember?
Yeah, at the gym. Yeah.
So, anyways, I would love to start snowboarding again.
Yeah, me too. I think this year we gotta do it because
it's something we haven't really shared together.
Well, we did that one year.
Well, okay, but that's not the same thing. Like you and I both grew up snowboarding.
Right.
And we had like a whole life with it.
Yeah.
And then we stopped, and then we met. We've been a couple times, I think, maybe once or twice, but
that's it.
I'm pretty fucking sure.
Damn, I wish I saw that board though. That board was so sick.
Like, dude, we would have so much fun.
Yeah, dude.
Think about all the cool shit we do together now.
That's what I was getting to. I really wanted to talk about this because, like, when I was watching the snowboard videos today, I was just thinking, okay, this winter, like I feel like I've really wasted a lot of my summer because I have been working so much, and I was like this, and then I was like, fuck. I was thinking about this at the gym. I was like, summer's almost over, and I feel like I haven't done shit with it because I've been working so much. I mean, we did our glacier trip, that was fun, but we've just been like pretty much nonstop going, and all I wanted to do this summer was backpack and shit like that, which we have gotten to do a little bit of outdoor stuff, but not enough. But anyways, so I was thinking, I was like, well, fuck, the winter's coming, and then I put on these snowboard videos. I'm like, this winter I'm doing it. Like, we need to get gear, obviously, But it would be really cool because we're so close to Schweitzer. We should just get a season pass to Schweitzer and then just go up on the weekends.
And I haven't been to any of these mountains up
Oh,
here.
dude, and Schweitzer's so sick. So sick. But I mean, maybe we should look at other mountains because it might be cheaper. Schweitzer's really expensive. But it's so sick, and the view is like retarded. I mean, the view is so cool. And then on the backside, there's like all these little high mountain lakes and shit. And like, dude, I used to like with my buddy Chuck, like we would like bomb it down the hill and then like ride across the water because they'd be like really small little alpine lakes, and so we'd bomb it down the hill and then like
frozen over.
No.
What?
Yeah, seriously,
we would. So fucking loud.
No, it's all good. we would bomb it down the hill and then like seriously like ride across water
and make it.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, because they're only like 15 feet, 20 feet. You know,
we gotta do.
You're going so fast.
We gotta do that.
Yeah, dude. So. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not gonna do it this winter. Like I wanted to, like I want to get a bike. I wanted to get a bike this summer. I didn't do it because I was trying to save money. You know, this winter we're spending the dough on snowboarding shit. Yeah. Like I don't care what it takes.
I have to.
Yeah,
for my own
you're
sanity.
You're gonna fucking go crazy. We're both gonna go crazy.
The last 2 winters that I've lived here in Coeur d'Alene, and just the last 2 winters in general, I don't know if it's because like me or like there's no sun up here for 8 months straight.
Oh my gosh, that's dramatic.
Not really.
We should get a membership to that rock slick place or whatever.
Tan a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Sauna.
I can't believe I'd ever, like, I'm saying this, but yeah, I want to tan.
Yeah. Why not? I'll do it. I'll tan. I'll be orange.
I hate it winter here.
I'll Donald Trump the fuck up.
Anyways, I get so depressed, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I get so depressed. And then it just messes with, like, my motivation. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I need the sun.
Yeah.
And like, purpose.
Well, and I think that the cool thing with doing something like that, like if we got a membership to, well, okay, so like we could do it one of 2 ways. Like one, we could get a board pass to a certain mountain, which would be tight, and then we could just go like maybe up there and stay the weekend sometimes, and then like on the weekends when we both like work one day or something, like we could, like if we have one day off together, we'll just drive up there or whatever. Or we could get our shit and then just like bounce around to a few different mountains locally and just get, you know, like get an Airbnb and like maybe like out of town stuff too, like go to Bachelor or something.
I like that a little better because there's more involved with the experience.
Yeah, dude, it'd be sick. I haven't been to Bachelor in a long time.
Maybe the year after that we'll get a pass.
Yeah,
because we can spend the money on getting like some decent gear.
Yeah,
so I want to spend a little bit of money.
Yeah,
I don't want some shitty board.
No, dude, I wish I could get that board back that I had in Boise because that board was sick as fuck. Like, that was one of the sickest boards I've ever had.
What was it?
It was an Atomic Samurai.
Nice.
And it was
remember it.
Yeah, it was double-edged.
Yeah.
It was so sick. It was like the dopest park board ever. And we got it for nothing because it was on sale. Didn't I buy it at Zoomies? I feel like I bought it at Zoomies. I think I got it at Zoomies and
I forgot
it was like really cheap.
Together.
Yeah, it was like really cheap because it was like the end of the season and I bought it at the end of the season and then I kept it until the next season or something. But it was like I got it for nothing. Like it was like $200 and that board's normally like $5, you know?
Yeah. I wish I had I wish I had my boots.
Yeah,
I wish I had my
me too.
dope ass pants.
And I
had
just gave that shit away. I don't even remember who I gave it to. Do you remember who I gave it to?
I'm pretty sure we just fucking donated it.
No, dude, we gave it to a friend. We gave the board to a friend.
I donated some of my shit.
I know you donated your board because your board wasn't.
Well, I needed a new one anyways.
Yeah, your board wasn't quite as good.
No, it was really shitty and old and way too small for me.
Yeah, that's right. But so, what kind of board do you think that you'd want?
I don't know.
Dude, you should get a Ride Kink. Like I just think a Ride is a dope board. Like,
I don't really want to like do a lot of park stuff though.
Why?
Because it scares me. I hurt myself real bad one time.
So
and
what?
I got like, what do you mean so what? I'm not very good at it. I
you gotta
like
get
just
back
cruising.
on the horse, dude. You gotta get back on the horse. See, that's the thing that's gonna suck. That's what's gonna suck with us riding because park is my zone.
Oh no, I mean I'll hang out. I'm just not trying to fucking front flip.
Yeah. I understand.
Dude, I'm like, you snowboarded with me?
Yeah.
I'm not like not fun to snowboard with.
Oh, I know.
I'm fucking fun to snowboard with.
Yeah, you're fun. You keep up.
I'm good. I keep up. I lead a lot.
Yeah, really well.
I mean,
you're good as fuck, dude.
I like doing little things.
Yeah.
But Rails just fucking scare me.
Yeah, I love rails.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get into it. Maybe you could teach me some shit.
Yeah, it'd be fun. So, yeah, I'm like actually really stoked for winter though. I mean,
too.
I'm not stoked
If
about.
we do that,
No, me too. That's
and we
we're
work on
doing
music,
that.
and
We're
we,
doing that. Like one thing I love.
Well, we have podcasts.
Yeah,
this
like
winter.
that's what I was gonna say. One thing I really love about winter is that I feel like in the summer it's really hard to
It
be like
is.
goal oriented.
It is hard.
You know, because
wanna
there's
hang out.
you just want to hang out. You want to go
Wanna go to the
outside. You want to fuck
beach,
around. You want to go
Have a
hiking.
little
You know,
drink or two with the
yeah.
friends.
I don't know about that,
like-
but
no, most people do.
oh yeah. I just think it's hard to stay motivated in the summer. It's hard to accomplish things in the summer, and you end up spending more money. But in the winter, it's cool because like it's dark a lot, so you know, like you kind of just want to be in.
You're inside a lot.
Inside a lot.
And if, like us, we don't watch TV and we're not going to watch a TV series
No.
this winter, that is my fucking goal.
Well, we don't have any subscriptions,
Good.
so
Don't get one.
I won't.
I'll do movies every once in a while, maybe a good documentary
Yeah.
here and there.
Or we can just go to the gym.
Yeah, Jim. See, exactly.
Yeah. I've been digging the gym lately. I wish that there was one closer.
Me too.
Though.
I wish I was a little better at it though.
Better at it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because sometimes when I go without you, I'm like, fuck, I don't really know what to do right now.
Just
and
get
I
an
just
app.
do.
Just get an app.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I
just,
should. I've never
I mean, I
actually
do
done that.
Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I do that.
Oh, I
'cause-
thought you just knew all these things.
Well, no, I do, but like, I also sometimes I like to have an app so it keeps me focused. Like,
No, it's a good idea. So you hit all your workouts
Yeah.
because sometimes like you get distracted, you have
or
to
you
leave
puss
early.
out.
You bitch out like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's cool. So the other thing that is pretty badass is there's this local company over in Spokane that started up called Burn Butters.
Yeah, the butter guys. I like those guys.
The butter guys. Yeah, the butter guys. And it's really cool. Like Kendra and I aren't keto, but
we don't eat sugar.
we basically are super paleo, like the real paleo, not like the paleo that's in magazines, you know?
Yeah, explain that to people. I don't think a lot of people, I mean, they hear paleo and they
Right.
think it's like, well, they think it's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Which-
but there's also like paleo pancakes and paleo muffins and paleo like you know,
Yeah.
paleo fucking snack bars, you know what I mean? Like paleo whatever, paleo bars, and like that shit isn't really paleo.
No, because the true Paleolithic era was before processed foods,
Yeah.
before agriculture,
Before it was
before there was any colorings or dyes or binders or things like that,
yeah.
you know?
And I mean, it's hard to be like 100% paleo because you know, like I like well balanced meals, and the Paleolithic people, like they would just eat whatever was available to them at the time.
Yes. Sometimes they would
So-
only have meat available.
Right.
Sometimes they wouldn't have meat for months.
Yeah, so it's
That's a
really
true
hard.
paleo.
Yeah, that's a true paleo. So it's hard to be like that strict, but I don't fucking like anything that comes in a package, basically.
Basically.
And-
yeah. You got your fruits and vegetables in the
Yeah.
produce area. You got your meat at your, local whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing too.
Yeah.
It's like grass fed's important.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
grass-fed's
high
super
quality,
important.
real fucking food the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's I really like doing this fucking keto coffee thing though, and
Yeah,
it's
burn butters.
yeah. Well, no. I mean, I was gonna say just
Oh.
without burn butters. Like I really like keto coffee, which is just
Me too.
or what do they call it? What's the
Bulletproof.
Bulletproof, yeah, or a bulletproof coffee, same thing. It's just basically
Best coffee this morning.
yeah. It's just
Can I tell you what I put in it?
sure.
Because I know you're about to say the ingredients. Okay, so I had Doma coffee. I didn't make it this morning because we were running late because we slept in. I slept in.
Yeah.
Eric didn't.
No.
So I got coffee at work. So I got Doma coffee, which is like I think they're local. Yeah, they're local
they're
and
local.
organic.
They're off Celtics.
And they're delicious.
I
And I
think.
can't believe you don't like them as much as
I don't.
your other
Thomas
coffee you
Hammer
like. Yeah.
is the shit.
Anyways, shout out Doma. You're awesome.
Shout out Thomas Hammer. Just as awesome.
And so I brought coconut milk, which I've been getting the canned coconut milk, like
Yeah.
coconut cream for soups and whatever. And you just kind of mix it with water and you make your own milk. Because that way there it doesn't have the guar gum and the flavors in it.
Yeah.
Because fuck that shit.
Fuck all that.
And then
Xanthan gum.
so And I put my collagen, which you don't really do collagen, do you?
I do after I work out.
Wait, you've been doing collagen.
Every day.
Yeah. I mean, collagen is amazing.
Yeah,
I think that's
I
like
do it
a
every
huge
day
reason
after I
why my
work
hair
out.
is growing so much right now. It's growing so fast.
Okay, stay focused.
Anyways, what else did I put in there? Ghee.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Coconut milk, ghee, collagen. You just shake that up and get all frothy.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, it was the best coffee I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so
I don't
bold.
know why. Like
Okay.
sometimes I just have a cup of coffee where I'm like, fuck.
Every morning I go to Thomas Hammer, I
Fuck,
drink it,
this
and I'm
is
just
life.
like, fuck yeah. So, okay, listen. So this is what bulletproof coffee is for those of you that don't know. it's just basically grass-fed ghee. It is MCT oil, coffee, obviously. And then some people like to put heavy cream in it, but that's basically what it is, right? So there's like for someone like me who is a busy bee, I'm a pretty busy fucker. And
busy fucker.
I am, and like I like to make my own coffee, but I really like consistency. Like that's just how I am. I like consistency. I don't like to in the mornings when I'm making coffee, it's really hard for me to be like totally consistent. Like I just squirt the MCT oil in there,
Difference between you and I.
What?
That I actually like take my time and I like making it a certain way, and I love the coffee I make more.
Yeah.
Than like other coffees.
Well,
mostly.
okay, so I'm always in a hurry. I mean, like I'm,
You are.
in the mornings
Because you get up
especially.
too fucking early.
No, like I'm in a hurry because I don't get up early enough. If I got up at 3:30, I'd have an
Oh
extra
my
15
God.
minutes to make coffee. So, anyways, I am a fan of consistency. Like that's why companies like McDonald's and all these corporations do so well, is because they can provide a consistent product that you always know what you're getting, and people love that. And I am one of those people. I love consistency. So in the morning when I get up to make my coffee or whatever, like I just want the ability to know exactly what I'm getting every single morning, and I couldn't put it down to a science. What?
It's just weird that you look at it like that.
And no, so I was looking online for something like this product, like Burn Butters. And just so listeners know, we're not fucking sponsored by them or anything. But I was looking for a product like this online, and I kept on coming across stuff, but it had all this shit in it, And it really frustrated me because I was like, okay, this is supposed to be healthy, but you have stevia and you have all this bullshit, And so I finally found Burn Butters, and then I found out that they're fucking local. You know?
That's pretty cool.
I had no idea though. Like I found them online, and then one day I saw them, and then I saw them in Pilgrims.
I know, that was weird.
It was weird. And
you like told me, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
this product we just bought is people I can meet. Cool.
Yeah. So the product though, it's really cool. It's just avocado oil, MCT oil, and grass-fed butter, and that's in the original package. That's
which is
they have
the
3
only
flavors.
one we do.
Right. So they have 3 flavors. They have hazelnut, mocha, and
Pure.
Original. And so the other ones have monk fruit in them. I'm not a huge fan of monk fruit. I don't think that artificial sweeteners, is that technically an artificial sweetener? It's not artificial.
It is technically. Well, I mean,
it's from a plant, but it's still whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I
It's
don't like
still
sweeteners.
processed.
I don't like alternative sweeteners. How about that?
unless it's raw and unprocessed.
Yeah.
I mean, and even then, like, it still changes your gut flora, possibly.
Well, I mean, here's the
changes
thing.
your taste buds. It makes your brain think you're getting something sweet.
Yeah,
Like, there's
and it makes
issues
you
with
crave
that.
sugar later on.
It does.
So here's the
absolutely.
thing though, is like we have known about sugar for how long? Ever. I mean, for a long time. I don't know about forever, but we've known about sugar for a long time. And we got the idea to extract sugar from juices and stuff like that because people liked orange juice and things like that.
It
So
tastes good.
right, because it tastes good. So some fuck along the way was like, hey, let's take the sugar out of this shit and then we'll just add it to everything because
Right.
people like it and
Makes
it's
sense.
addictive. So then now it's like it's in everything and people are trying to figure out ways to cut sugar.
That's so weird.
So they figure out a way to cut sugar, but their way is to find something else that's extracted from something.
replacement.
And it's just new. So it's like with stevia is an extraction from something that's quote unquote natural, but that's what sugar is. It's an extraction from something that's quote unquote natural.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're eating sugar, and I'm talking about sugar, not high fructose corn syrup or whatever, but I'm just talking about sugar. And when you're eating sugar and you see like that it gives you an insulin spike and, you know, too much of it is bad and all these things, like we don't know what the end result of stevia is going to be. Like we can't look 40 years in the future and know that, okay, well maybe it didn't give an insulin spike, but it did do this. And it's like...
And I think like a huge thing to point out is that we're processing it. Just like with sugar.
Yeah,
we
it's the same thing.
process that it lost all of its fiber,
Right.
all of its...
It's not natural
things
anymore.
that it slows, you know, the spike of your insulin, like all those things out of its natural state and giving you like a really huge dose of something all at once. So it causes problems.
And
there's been a lot of reports, again, like I'm not talking about raw stevia or monk fruit, although I do think those come with their own issues, but
there's been a report.
yeah, no, people with IBS, I just lost my train of thought, like Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome, IBD, things like that. Like they report bloating, they report brain fog, headaches, lots of issues.
Well, every time that I have monk fruit or stevia, it messes with my taste buds all day and I have a headache.
So there's something going on.
Yeah.
And people who are sensitive, like you and other people who are experiencing like autoimmune diseases or leaky gut or whatever, they're sensitive to it too. But yeah, I don't think we're going to know what's going to happen.
But here is the even bigger thing. You just don't need it. I mean, it doesn't really add anything except for taste, and the taste isn't that good.
But dude, like everybody consumes it.
I know, but once you train your mind to get over the hurdle of not wanting something sweet.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, it's awesome. I mean, and if you really need something sweet, go eat some blueberries. You know what I mean? Like go eat something or dates. So dates are very high in sugar.
Very high in sugar.
Don't eat 4 of them. But but you know, like if you I don't know, like for example with this original burn butter in my coffee, like if I get one of those packets of the original burn butter and throw it in my coffee with some what's the other thing I put in there?
Collagen. You put like coconut milk, don't you?
No, I normally put a splash of heavy cream. I think that's the only thing I put in there. That's well, I do the collagen after I work out.
I don't think you should be getting heavy cream from like a coffee place though, right? What? Shouldn't we buy that ourselves? That's something you should probably just take like in a cup with you.
Yeah, but I just mean I'm not really talking about at a coffee place. I'm talking about like when we're at home, like the cream that we put into it, whether it's coconut cream or it's the heavy cream. That's what I'm talking about. It's just like whenever I make them, I like to put a thing of the burn butter in there, and then I like to throw a little bit of the cream, whether it's coconut cream or heavy cream, dairy, whatever. Just like those things in my coffee, and then if you blend it, it froths it, and it tastes so fucking good. Like you don't need sweeteners on top of that. There's just it's not necessary, especially with the cream. The cream makes it so sweet. I mean,
well, it's the fat too,
right? That's what I
know fat tastes good and sugar tastes good.
Yeah.
So if you can cut one of them, which hopefully it would be sugar in your morning coffee because you don't need that shit, and put a bunch of fat in there, I mean, you're gonna be so full too. Like that's the other thing I like about it. That's my breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't really eat breakfast.
I want to know whose idea it was to put sugar into everything. Like, and I want to beat them up.
Yeah.
It's
you
crazy.
Mad about it?
Yeah.
Cause you a lot of problems.
Well, it causes everybody a lot of problems. It does. Like, I just see it, you know, even, like I said, even people that I know are trying to be healthy and they're, you know, they understand, like, well, to relatively, like more than the average person, they understand, you know, the health a little bit more than the average person. They don't really understand it, but more than the average person. Like even when I hear them and what they're doing with their diets, and they're like, I'm doing paleo or whatever, and then I'm like, oh really? Okay, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing, you know, like fucking paleo pancakes with banana and
the spread is paleo
and the maple syrup, and it's all like natural maple syrup.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, Yeah, like that's way better than buttermilk fucking pancakes with like
high fructose corn
Mrs.
syrup.
Buttermilk syrup. Yeah, like that's yes, that's way better than that. But it's not really maximizing what you could do for yourself. And as soon as you get done eating that, you're gonna get the same result. Like your brain is going to crash. You're going to be tired. You're not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, too much of that, no matter what. Like even in its most natural state. That's still not really like real paleo.
No.
Sometimes you didn't have that shit.
Yeah. Well, most times I would say I would have a real hard time believing that people knew back then to make almond flour pancakes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? And then take and pull maple out of a fucking tree, and like that's just not.
Yeah.
No. If they ate sweets and stuff, it was probably something like blueberries or strawberries or some kind of fruit.
Yeah.
And the thing with fruit is that fruit has fiber and it has like vitamin C and there's all these things in there that's good for you.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not really big. I don't eat a lot of fruit. I don't like to eat a lot of fruit, but when I do eat fruit, it makes me feel good. Yeah. Like it doesn't make me feel shitty. I just don't like to eat too much of it, Yeah. So
it's so true.
Yeah. I just think it's, this company, the Burn Butters company, I know I want to circle back to them. If you guys are curious as to what the fuck I'm talking about, go to burnbutters.com, BURNBUTTERS.com, and just check it out. They have a few different products on there. It's pretty simple. They don't have very much products. It's like 3 different things. They have the hazelnut, mocha, and original.
And we asked them to come out with some flavors, with some natural flavors that aren't sweetened with anything. So, and I think they're going to be working on that too.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Which is cool.
And I actually talked to the CEO today about possibly coming on an episode, and so we're going to schedule that. And they're going to be a guest on the podcast, and they're going to talk about kind of their story and what made them develop the product and all that good stuff. And because they're local, they're in Spokane, so it's not a big deal for us. And so, I'm just gonna, we're gonna get them. I gotta find a studio space, because I don't want to do it here. Yeah. And I want to find a studio space and then try to schedule it with them. But he said that he's pretty open, so he can do it on the weekends or whatever. But so that's exciting.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited
to hear his side of story of the business and why keto and things like that.
Yeah, and I don't even know if he is keto.
No, I know, but that doesn't matter. He has a keto product.
Right, yeah. I know it's interesting. Keto is so hot right now.
Yeah, normally people make something when we were talking about this the other day, when they can't find something on the market, so they like make something that they want to eat every day and then they sell it. Right.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really interesting. I like that this keto thing is catching on. I think it's cool, but it's the same thing with like what I was talking about, the paleo. It's
it's so crazy.
I see a lot of people that are like keto or whatever, and I'm not hating, like I don't want to sound like I'm hating, but if you're eating keto, but your version of keto is just eating Panda Express and you know what I mean? Like, and
it's like that with any diet, whether you're vegan, whether vegetarian, pescatarian, like keto, paleo. There's a market out there to sell you stuff that is vegan, but it's full of crap, or that is paleo, that is full of crap. That's just how it is.
I know if your version of vegan is going to McDonald's and eating a salad, just because it's a salad doesn't mean that it's good for you.
Yeah, how many vegetarians did you know that would buy like a chicken sandwich and throw away the chicken?
The chicken off. And I'm like, dude, that's like
weird.
You're still getting the chicken, like.
I remember that.
That was always
funny.
Who
I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, that was funny. But I don't know, not hating. I think as long as you're trying, that's all that matters. And like if you are someone that's getting into something like keto, you're probably doing it because you're trying to get healthy. And it might just be some sort of a discovery process,
true.
So it's cool.
It is kind of sad though sometimes. Like I was on YouTube just kind of coming up with like different like keto videos, and I watched this one with this girl who what I eat in a day keto style, and it was just so bad.
Yeah, it's like,
and like her only goal was to lose weight, so she was just depressed because she wasn't losing enough weight. But she's eating like cheese and pepperoni
Yeah.
for lunch
Sounds
every day.
horrible.
And I'm like, I don't know, it's just weird. You know, I just wish she had better information and we were more educated
Yeah.
on how to eat healthy, no matter what diet you choose. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you're eating healthy foods.
Yeah, I feel
You're
like
gonna,
that's why I think
almost
paleo is so cool.
yeah, what you're not eating more than what it is about what you're eating. Like, if
Yeah.
you cut out all the bullshit and the processed like it was processed cheese.
Yeah. So like that's what I mean when I think of paleo. Like I think that there's multiple ways that you could do paleo. Like you could do paleo and do vegan. You know, like
Absolutely.
that would just mean that you wouldn't eat any processed vegan shit.
Yeah.
You would just eat stuff that was available during the Paleolithic era without meat, you know? And that's going to be way better for you than eating vegan with gluten fucking sausages and shit. Like,
Yes.
that stuff is just horrible for you.
I love those sausages, but yes.
I don't think I did. I think I remember eating them and
I
not
fucking
feeling
did,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never felt good.
Yeah.
They tasted good though. Remember those apple sage sausages?
Yeah.
Those vegan apple sage ones?
Yeah.
Those were bomb.
Those are pretty good. But
Fry 'em
I
in
feel like if we
coconut oil.
ate them now, we probably wouldn't like them.
Maybe not.
I would like to try it just for the hell of it, but I don't want to eat that
I don't
shit.
want to eat. I don't want to eat fucking
yeah.
that though.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know, it's
no, my
crazy.
stomach was always messed up.
Yeah, dude, like
Definitely not saying it was healthy.
this Dr. Khan guy that's gonna be doing this thing with Joe Rogan, he just shared something on Twitter that was like, it was a list of different fishes, like cod or whatever, and then which ones had high mercury, low mercury, and medium amounts of mercury in it. And he was like, well, the doctor that he shared the post from was like, hey, check this out. Make sure that you're, you know, like choosing your fish wisely, and make sure that when you choose the fish, you're doing it with this so that it, you know, the mercury isn't absorbed as easy. And
like you're eating it with cilantro or something like that. I've
well,
heard that trick.
I haven't, but there's something in fish, I can't think of what it's called right now, that helps the mercury be absorbed. So you have to look out for high levels of that with the mercury, because it'll help the mercury absorption. I just can't think of what it's called right now. But so anyways, so he shares it though, and he's like, or you can just not eat fish and eat, you know, and it's like, dude, fish is so good for you. I mean, fish is so good for you. I don't know how you could, as a heart doctor, recommend someone to not eat fish. Like, it's just crazy.
He's interesting to me because in the first interview, he was
because we watched interviews or debates,
and just the
with
way
him.
he's acting right now, posting things like getting ready for the Joe Rogan podcast against Chris Kresser, and he's like punching a punching bag. It's like, dude, how immature are you?
Yeah, I
but
know,
that
it's
last
funny.
interview I saw with him,
It wasn't an interview; it was a debate.
yes. He actually had some. I mean, when you compared him next to the other guy, like the
Yeah.
other Cowspiracy guy, because he was rude.
That guy was a fucking tool,
He
and he
was
was a
so
tool. I watched him.
rude.
I've listened. He actually has an episode on the Joe Rogan Experience. Joe Rogan did an interview
Interesting.
with them.
I want to finish this thought though.
Yeah.
So he kept saying over and over again, I like science. If I see science and research that shows, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It shows that you should eat this for heart health. Then
Or
I
just health
would
in general.
health, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because he's a heart doctor, right?
I think he's a cardiologist.
Something like that. He said he would recommend this to his patients. So until that day comes.
Yeah, but they know it's scientifically proven that DHA and EPA helps heart.
Yeah, I know, but it's just weird to me that he doesn't. I don't know. Like, he has. That
He
day
never
is here. That
responds
day
to
is
me.
here.
Yeah, he never
Like,
responds to me when I say.
The research is there.
Yeah. I always like on Twitter, like when he shares shit like what he just shared, I tweeted it at him and I was like, so what about EPA and DHA?
Yeah.
And he doesn't respond to me with shit like that, but he'll like it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you not have a response for this? Or
What is the response once you tell them that the conversion rate isn't as good? Like, what is their response?
there is, I don't think there is one.
Is there?
I don't think
I'd
so.
like to
I'd like to
know.
know. That's why I keep on asking him,
wanna
because
know.
I just want to know that one.
Yeah.
Because if someone could
It's
tell me
useful information.
Yeah, if someone could tell me how someone could get the proper amount of DHA and EPA through a vegan diet, I would that'd be like a miracle.
That'd be so cool.
I mean,
we wouldn't have to like, fish our oceans so much.
Yeah.
Like there'd be just so many benefits. I wouldn't have to eat sardines.
Whatever, dude. That shit's so good.
it's not bad, but
I like it.
it makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
So
I like
I
it.
am really grateful.
Every time,
Yeah.
like, I feel like my brain has gotten so much better
Yeah.
since I started eating
Me
fish.
too. I don't know if that was because I cut out processed sugar though. I can't tell. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I do feel like my brain's working better though.
Yeah. Well,
Like at work, I sometimes mix up numbers a lot. Like I'm dyslexic or something.
yeah.
Like because like with math,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been way better at math.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
I eat fish once a day, and I just think that that's a way better saying than the apple thing, you know? You know how
Yeah.
they say the apple a day keeps the doctor away? I feel
Yeah.
like a fish a day keeps the doctor away. I think about that all the time. I really do. It's like every time I eat sardines, I think about that saying in my head.
In both of those scenarios, as long as you're not eating shit, yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's weird. So I am
Yeah,
super...
and my immune system is so strong right now. Like I've had a lot of people around me get sick, and I am always getting sick when everyone else gets sick.
Yeah.
Dude, like I passed like 4 sick times
Yeah.
at work. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I know.
Last time I was sick was when I was in school, and I wasn't eating very good.
Yeah. I know, it's cool.
Do you remember that?
Yes. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this dude Instagrammed me today.
Who?
I can't think of his name right now, but he was actually on the Sam Harris podcast, and he's like a proponent of the universal basic income thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he's also running for president in 2020.
And he Instagrammed you?
Yeah.
Like messaged you?
Yeah.
To like get your vote
I don't know.
or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Basically.
he just wanted to send me information, but I've already listened to him talk and stuff like that.
Huh.
And he's kind of libertarian, which obviously I am kind of also libertarian, but I don't understand how you can be libertarian and also think that the universal basic income is a good idea.
You've thought that before.
Universal basic income?
Mhm.
Yeah. I have thought that before. I also think a lot differently now. You know, before I
You
thought
were all about that, though.
Yeah, that's
but
because-
you had good reasons why. I don't think it's a stupid thing to think at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's cool. I think your heart was in the right place.
Well, yeah,
People
but it
are-
doesn't I mean, like that's the heart is in the right place with all of that shit, like
Yeah.
healthcare for everybody and universal basic income for everybody, and like the heart
I
is
can
in the
see the
right
benefits
place.
of it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, except that then all of a sudden we're relying on the government for our money. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
like.
It's weird.
I don't like being on the nipple of the government, and I
Yeah.
also think that I wouldn't want the government to be in control of our finances. Like, could you imagine? Once again, it's like if the government is in control of our universal basic income. They would need departments for that. They would need people to, send it out. They would need it's
be a
just
whole thing.
it's a new thing.
Yeah.
And where's the money going to come from? Does that mean that we're going to tax rich people more?
And it would come with
that's
its
not
own-
what we need to do.
Own new set of problems.
Yeah. Like I don't
Oh,
understand
yeah.
why everybody
That's
thinks
true.
that rich people should be taxed more. You know, it's just crazy. 40%. They already get taxed 40%. You know, it's like, why the fuck do they need to give up more of their money? If I was a billionaire, I wouldn't want to give up 40% of my fucking money to the government, who's extremely inefficient. Like, if I wanted to give up 40% of my money, I want it to go somewhere where I decide that it goes, not to some fucking, like, just fat, overweight piece of shit government. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it is. The government is so lazy and inefficient. They're gluttonous with our money, you know, like they don't understand how to budget. They don't understand how to spend money. They overspend. They
don't listen to us.
They don't listen to the people. They just drop bombs and then start wars and do all this dumb shit. And it's like universal basic income is really the answer. Like free money. That's how people that's seriously how people look at it. Like, oh, we're just going to get free money every month. It's like, it's not free. Okay. It comes from taxes.
Yeah, and everyone hates taxes.
Yeah,
for
it doesn't.
a fucking reason.
That's the funny thing about the healthcare thing too. It's like everybody's like, "Oh, we should have free healthcare from the government." It's like it's not free if it's coming out of your fucking paycheck every month. That's not free.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Not at all.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not.
I totally, yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm right either. Like, I'm not trying to go for fucking president, but I just don't understand how, like, it really irks me that people call it free. But
yeah.
They call it free. Like,
yeah.
Like, if it was free healthcare, then that would mean the doctors aren't getting paid. That would, because they couldn't, because it's free. Like, I don't understand. It's really interesting to me that people, and it to me, honestly.
Well, think about the teacher problem in public schools.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they don't get
horrible.
paid shit.
Yeah.
And they're probably the best people on the planet.
Yeah.
Teachers for kids.
But this is another example
out of the goodness of their heart.
Yeah, this is another good example of why the government shouldn't be in charge of anything.
Yeah.
Because in the wealthiest areas, the money or the areas that are taxed the highest, the school systems are the shittiest. Like, look at Los Angeles County, okay? Like, you got to imagine that Los Angeles County, it's in California. California is known for retarded high taxes. I mean, they have extremely high taxes, and it's extremely populated. There's huge income brackets, so they're collecting a lot of money, and yet their education there is dog shit. So
that's crazy.
So it's like that. It just doesn't. It's just really funny to me that a lot of the times when I hear the people talk about universal basic income, the people who I hear talking about it are the same people that are like, don't trust the government, man. And it's like, so wait, you don't want to trust the government, but you do want them to give you money every month. And you think that's, and it's like, it's really weird and lazy to me because I don't think, like, I do think that we are going to have a problem with jobs being decreased. Like when the, automation comes through with vehicles, that's going to decrease jobs. When machines are more common, that's going to decrease jobs. Like in for example, like with McDonald's, once they can have, like you just go up, press a button and take your order from a computer. And then like maybe there's machines in the back that just throw shit around and, make your food for you. Like, that's going to decrease jobs. We know that in the future jobs will be decreased, but there's going to be jobs generated somewhere else, And the problem that I see personally is that the government is just too involved. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that the problem is that the wealthy, there's too much inequality and all this shit. Like, I do think that there is too much inequality, but I don't think that that's the problem with why there's so much poor. Like, I think
you don't think inequality is the reason why there's inequality.
No, okay, let me rephrase that. I don't think
that's actually brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no,
I'm serious.
No, you're right. It is kind of, but I just don't. It's really easy to point the finger at the people that are flying around in private jets and say you're the reason I'm poor, but they're not. Okay. Yeah. It's not their fault that they're extremely successful.
Yeah, and taking from them and giving to the poor, while as noble as that Robin Hood story is, it's not going to fucking really fix anything.
It clearly doesn't,
sustainable
because those
amount
people
of time.
get taxed 40%. Their income is literally taxed 40%. So it clearly doesn't fix the problem, because we know that the government, it takes that money, that 40% tax, and they spend it on new bombers, and they spend it on all this bullshit. So it's like we have the money, Yeah, we do. If we wanted to really take care of this economic crisis or whatever you want to call it, which, I mean, realistically, when you look worldwide, it's really not that big of a deal. But it's like, we have the solution. The solution is to cut some of the military spending, and the solution is to stop with all these fucking departments. It just drives me crazy, because when I look at how much I pay out in taxes, and when I look at how much most people pay out in taxes, it's like, I never understood this until I started to really, like, I guess, make a little bit of money. Like, I never understood why people bitch so much about taxes.
Me either.
But now I get it, and it's like, I go to the DMV and I'm like, wait, where is this money going to?
Yeah. And then you get a raise that you've been waiting for.
And it doesn't change.
And then all of a sudden, not only does it not change, there's more money coming out.
Yeah, no, I mean it's funny. Like the last time that I got a raise, I got a pretty significant raise, and it didn't significantly change my paycheck at all. And it was funny because my boss even said that to me. He was like, "So are you even making any more money?" And I was like,
He's paying
not
for it.
not really, you know. And it's just like all it's doing is going into taxes.
Yeah.
Because it put me in a different tax
Paul's
bracket.
just paying the government a
Yeah,
little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. So I don't know. It's really interesting. I don't know what the problem is, but
strange.
I do want this universal basic income thing. I don't know. I want to know, like, you know, it's another thing that's really interesting to me is it seems like these people that are all like into it are a lot of like Google executives and stuff like that. And these guys kind of freak me out, you know, because they're like, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm not like that. But it's just like, I think that they really, for some reason, those like the Google executives and all these like huge corporations like Facebook and all this stuff, like they really love the idea of people just not doing anything. Like they love the idea of them kind of running the show and everybody else just like chilling and being lazy and not really
they
doing
can just
anything.
have more power
And
money
that's
at
what
the
I think
same
it
time.
is. It's weird. It's really weird. Like the idea, it's just kind of interesting to me. Like with universal basic income, it's like, you know, when I hear the debates about it, because I've listened to a lot of debates about it, because it really intrigues me. Like I've listened to a lot of different debates about it, and it seems like every time that I hear them talk about it, it's always like, well, the people that are hardworking, like myself, are going to be hardworking regardless. Like they're going to get an extra $1,000 a month, and then they're going to go out and they're going to make more money. And there's going to be the lazy people that just leech off the system, but at least they're going to be able to get their roof over their head paid for and food and stuff like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, do we really want to raise that? You know what I mean? Do we really want people just to coast?
It's just going to be once we get used to that, it's just going to be a different standard of living. And there's still going to be all the same problems there is right now.
Exactly. Yeah. I know.
I mean, maybe it would solve other problems.
I think it'd be
like
so much cooler.
Hunger, right? Maybe though.
Maybe.
I
mean, yeah.
Who fucking knows it would?
Who knows? Maybe food will go up drastically.
Exactly.
You know?
Like that's
maybe
inflation.
Yeah. Maybe it'll just inflate the market, and then, you know what I mean? And then
like we need more inflating right now.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the $1,000 a month is equivalent to having $200 a month or something. I don't know. I think that there's enough possibilities for people to thrive, and I just think that I don't know, in this age, if you're not able to, you're not trying to. And I don't mean to sound like a douche, but I don't mean to sound like a douche, but I don't know. I just think that
I don't know either. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know how to say it without sounding like an asshole.
Well, but there are people who are born into a situation where they don't really
Like what?
have much
Detroit
choice.
or something?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
but besides to hustle and fucking figure it out on the streets.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Like there's that.
Yeah, that unfortunately isn't really what I'm talking about. Those situations. No, I mean I shouldn't have been so broad, but those situations are, you know, like prime examples of where we should be as good Samaritans. We should be helping those situations.
Yeah.
But I think that the secret with helping those situations is getting the government out of the picture, because like having the government like do things like welfare and all this bullshit, it doesn't give anybody opportunity. All it does is put a Band-Aid on the problem and shut people up. Like it doesn't give them the tools they need to be successful. And that's why I see UBI as a problem, because
It's almost like whether it's on purpose or not, those people have less opportunity, so they get caught up in bullshit, and then they get caught up in the system, which is also the government.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's like a doctor giving you meds and then giving you meds for your meds because it fucked up your kidneys.
Yeah, exactly. I seriously think that's what it's like. And that's what the left, like, I hate to sound like a douche with that too, but like with the left, the thing that they're always trying to do, it's like really good intentions because they want to help people, but it's not really helping people. It's just putting a Band-Aid on the problem because they're always like, we need to, do things like the free healthcare, and we need to do things like, and it's not free once again. And then we need to do things like, get more food stamps or whatever. But it's not like, if you're someone that's oppressed, do you really want a handout? Is that what you think is going to make you? And when I mean a handout, I mean a handout. Like they are just like, oh, here's some food stamps. Get off my porch. You know what I mean? It's not encouraging. It's not really giving people the tools they need to succeed.
I think a lot of people would want that. And
what,
I'm telling
the handout?
Well, yes. And I'm telling you that because I know people like that. My family was like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of families who are like that.
Yeah.
You're just a really driven person, and that wouldn't be enough for you. That isn't enough for you.
Well,
and I think maybe a lot of our generation is, you know.
I mean, I just think that in that circumstance, it would be way cooler if it was like,
I'm agreeing that it's not going to do any good, but I do think a lot of people would want to be comfortable and stay on the more lazy side.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like
so
evolution. That's what humans want to do is, spend the least amount of energy and eat a lot of food.
Yeah. I know, but I think that it would, and like, I know that there are programs to help people get on their feet and stuff like that. I just think that it would be so much better if we just helped in a different way. I don't know. Like,
do you have any ideas?
Yeah, showed people how to start a business, like...
Oh, like actually teach them stuff
like,
in school
like
that...
trades and like free, like... instead of having a free food program, maybe like there was like a 60-day free food program while you did a 60-day course on, like mechanical engineering or something. I don't know. That was like pretty direct fucking thing right there. But like, I don't know, like maybe like a 60-day course on how to, do truck driving
teach
school
him how to
or
fish.
something, yeah, exactly.
Not literally, but the metaphor.
Yeah, exactly. Teach him how to fish.
He'll eat for a lifetime.
Yeah. And I just think it's just a very it's just kind of like you just said with the medication, and it's just this, okay, well, so you're poor? Is that what's wrong? Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to give you some money every month, and it'll be enough for you to just kind of get enough food, but not enough for you to ever get ahead. And
if you're not ahead, you don't have the money to not get a loan when you buy a house or get a car or have a car payment or be in more debt to the government because you still need help.
Yeah.
Just wanted to add that in there.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
We don't know what we're talking about.
We really don't. I'm not an economist. I'm not. I just see the problems with our economy, which is like we have way too much economic debt. We have like a lot of people think that the employment rate has gone up, but it hasn't technically. I mean, it has technically, but it hasn't because it's just gone up with part-time jobs because people aren't encouraged to hire people on full-time because of these ridiculous
huge problem
government interventions with the fucking healthcare shit. People don't want to hire people on full-time anymore because of the government intervention. It's like the government,
and that creates other problems in the workplace.
Yeah, exactly. It's like once again, this is a prime example of like the government stepping in saying, okay, if we're going to implement a rule where if you hire someone on for 40 hours a week, you have to provide insurance. That's a rule now, right? And everybody's like, wow, that's great. And then employers are like, okay, so we just got to keep our employees under 32 hours a week. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, that just fucked up a lot of people's situations because now they don't have full-time employment and they don't have insurance.
Exactly.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? What?
And then they're working two jobs because they can't pay rent and they still don't have insurance.
Right. So, but what could have been a better thing was then just to not have anything done there. Yeah. And then at least people would be making full time. money,
At least,
you
yeah.
know. And if you wanted insurance and you weren't getting it at the job, then you could go get a full-time job somewhere where they did offer insurance, and that would encourage employers to carry insurance for their full-time employees, because they would realize that the employees want full-time insurance, and if they don't get it, they're not going to stay with that employer. It's just so common sense to me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But
It really is.
I don't know.
No,
So
I think you're onto something.
Eric Finnegan, president 2020. Could you
I'm
imagine?
serious.
No.
No, you do understand the economy very well, though.
Yeah.
More than most people.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. I mean, it intrigues me, but it's, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people think that the market's good right now.
Well, yeah. And they're wrong, but
It's fake.
it's very fake. Yeah. The market will be collapsing within the next couple of years.
And a lot of people who got into their homes on the higher end are going to be, struggling.
Yeah. It's going to be the same thing as in 2007.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like, it's just like we have amnesia,
Yeah, it's
because in 2007, when people lost their houses and lost everything, I remember, because that's when I had the appliance store. I remember hearing from people, oh man, like I lost everything, and so now I don't live like that. I just have one car, one house, one whatever,
Yeah.
I don't need a boat. Got rid of that. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, go a couple years, the economy starts to quote unquote get better. People are making a little bit more dough. They got, you know what I mean?
Getting more loans out.
Yeah, they're like, oh, fuck it, I'll get that second
get a
car.
car.
I'll get another
nice
boat.
house.
And then all of a sudden you have a boat payment, a car payment, a mortgage that's too high, $1,200 a month or something, and then you're looking at your finances. I'll just pull out a credit card because I really want that. And then all of a sudden it's like you're back up to this like week to week thing.
Yeah.
And the economy is just in a bubble, because all we did to fix the economy, quote unquote fix it, was borrow money and
Become more in debt.
Yeah, become more in debt. And when you borrow money to get out of debt, it doesn't make much sense. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
And so
to me
it's
that
just funny though. Well, what's funny is like with Donald Trump, he's like, I'm not very happy with the Fed raising interest rates. It's so bad.
It's like, dude, that's because of you.
I'm not, Powell, I'm not happy, And I'm like, dude, they should have been raising the interest rates 10 years ago. They should have never done 0% interest rates.
God.
Because they're going to want their money eventually, and it sets people up to fail, because the 0% interest rates are what drive the mortgages down to way too low of records, and then it drives the houses up to way too high of housing prices. And then people get so used to this like quote unquote good economy, and then the Fed's like, okay, I think it's time for us to start making more money again. And then they hike the interest rates up, and everything starts to fall apart, because it's all a house of cards. I mean, it's just
cough it up.
Yeah. So this is, I think that luckily we live in Idaho. Idaho's not going to feel it for a while, but I think California is starting to already feel it, and so is Arizona.
Damn.
And I think that it's going to, I remember it just is so familiar to me. Like I remember this, I remember how this happened. And it was oblivious to most people. And there's that old saying, when people are being greedy, be conservative. When people are being conservative, be greedy. Have you heard that saying?
Yeah.
So it's like right now, everybody's being greedy. Everybody,
So happy we didn't buy a house.
Just watch out. Well, I mean,
I am.
No, I know.
I'm happy we're doing other things. I think it was smart to not buy in Coeur d'Alene, especially.
Yeah, no
we looked
shit.
a little bit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have bought any houses like what they're going for. It's not that stupid. I mean,
even still, I think that like our price range, I'm just happy we're not.
Yeah. Well, and this is way better anyways.
Way better.
Yeah. So
even if you found a good deal, it wouldn't be that good of a deal.
Not as good of a as good of a deal as building it yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, building it yourself is always the way to go.
Always.
So,
you'll make money no matter what.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that you want to conclude it for the evening. I gotta make lunch for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody that's been hitting us up. If you don't already follow us, check it out at Mind Melt Podcast, Twitter, Instagram. Also shout out to the Burn Butters guys. I told them I'd shout them out just because I was like super stoked on their product, and you know, I love like that they're local. I want them to be not local though. I want them to get their brand out there. So shout out to Burn Butters, burnbutters.com, and shout out to Justin Wren's Fight for the Forgotten. If you want to donate to the show somehow, don't even donate to the show, just donate to Justin Wren's Fight for the Forgotten.
We have a show on November 3rd in Boise.
Oh yeah. If you're in Boise, come see us perform.
Come see us there.
We're playing at the balcony. So.
And everyone who's contacted us about being a guest on the podcast, we will get to you.
Yeah.
We have a list.
Yeah.
We're gonna record some podcasts in Boise when we're there.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
So
super stoked
chill
about that.
on that.
So.
Cool.
Yeah, but thank you guys so much for listening, and have a awesome night. Peace
Peace out, everyone.